Okay, so let's start. We want to start this first topic. Called branch accounts. As a company, you may decide to sell your goods. As a company, you may decide to sell your goods through different outlets. Those outlets that you sell your goods through, those are the ones we call branches. So we are saying, as a company, you may decide to sell your goods through different outlets. Those are what we call branches. And as a company, you may have different types of branch. So there are normally different types of branch. One type of branch that as a company you may have. So in other words, we are talking about types of branch. One type of branch that you may have is what we call a dependent branch. That's one kind of a branch that you, as a company, you may sell your goods through a type of branch we call dependent branch. The second type of branch you may sell, or a type of branch, is what we call independent branch. So that is the second type of branch. The third type of branch is if you sell your goods as a company, through a branch which is in another country, then we say that we have what we call a foreign branch. So these are the different types of branches. So as a company, we are saying an organization, of course, may sell their goods through different outlets or branches. And we are saying the different types of branch that you can sell your goods through are what we call independent branch, dependent branch, and a foreign branch. Now listen. Once your syllabus was revised, before your syllabus was revised recently, we used to teach all the three types of branch at financial reporting level. Before your syllabus was revised, that was last year, 2021, we are saying your syllabus, before the syllabus was revised, we used to teach all the three types of branches. But after 2021, once your syllabus was revised, we are now required to teach only independent branch. So that's what I'm going to cover as per your new syllabus. They require that you know how to deal with independent branch. We also call them autonomous branch. Autonomous branch. That's what we also call them. So let me introduce, therefore, this area of independent branches. Let me introduce this area of independent branch. In other words, if you as a company, you have a type of branch that we classify as an independent branch, how do you deal with the records? Every time you transact with your branch, how do you deal with your records? Okay. Now, you as a company, we shall be referring to you as the head office because you have a branch, so you become the head office. So if you are dealing with a type of branch that we refer to as an independent branch, in other words, it is an autonomous branch. Autonomous means that that kind of branch does not entirely depend on you as a head office. No. For example, you could have gone to another country, town, assuming you're operating your business in Nairobi, and you want to sell your goods through an outlet in Mombasa. You go to Mombasa and look for a company that can sell goods on your behalf. I have said that business you're going to look for is an entity that is already established. It's only that you want them to sell some of your goods on your behalf in that region. So that entity is already an independent entity. It's not like, for example, when you are a head office here in Nairobi, you go and construct a building or start a business in Mombasa so that they sell the goods on your behalf, where they depend entirely on you. Everything, even for finances. That kind of a branch, we refer to it as a dependent branch. Where they depend on the head office, then that kind of a branch, we refer to it as a dependent branch. But where that entity or that outlet is an independent entity from the head office, then that kind of a branch, we refer to it as an independent branch. So they don't depend on the head office for everything new. So when you have a head office, when you have an independent branch, listen now, it means this now, it means this. It means every time you are transacting with your branch, you as a head office, every time you are transacting with your branch, you as a head office, then it means you as a head office, you will keep your own records of transactions with your branch, and then the branch also will keep their own records of the transactions with the head office. So for independent branches, the head office will keep their own records. In other words, every time you as a head office, you are transacting with your branch. For example, every time you are sending goods to them, you as a head office, you record that transaction in your own books. The branch also, when they receive those goods, they will record that transaction in their own books. So when it comes to independent branches, then the branch, listen now, the branch will maintain their own complete set of accounts. As a branch, you maintain your own complete set of accounts, and the head office also will maintain a complete set of records of the transactions with the head office. So let me now introduce what are these accounts that you as a head office, you will keep on behalf of your branch, and what are the accounts that the branch will keep also. I have said that the head office will keep their own records of the transactions with the branch. The branch also, I have said, will keep their own records of the transactions with the head office. Okay, good. So now that we have said that, what are the accounts that are kept in the books of the head office? Maybe I could in the books of the head office. What are the accounts that you at the head office you keep every time you are transacting with your branch? Okay. You as a head office, you will open an account that we call branch current account. When you as a head office, you remember you are the one maintaining your own records. In your books as a head office, you will maintain an account we shall be calling branch current account. While in the books of the branch, in the branch books, they will also maintain their own set of books, and one of the accounts they will maintain is an account we shall be calling head office current account. Head office current account. Good. So in the books of the head office, they will keep an account called branch current account, while in the books of the branch, they will keep an account called head office current account. Good. Every time I send goods to my branch, listen, I am the head office. Every time I send goods to my branch, the branch does not pay me for the goods immediately. No. The branch does not pay me for the goods immediately. No. So it means, therefore, that every time I send goods to my branch, in my books as a head office, I have to charge that branch. I have to charge that branch. In other words, to me as a head office, therefore, that branch becomes like a debtor. That branch becomes like a debtor. Okay? So to the head office, the branch is, to the head office, the branch is like a debtor. To the head office, the branch is like a debtor. At the same time, when you as a branch, you receive goods from the head office, when you as a branch, you receive goods from the head office, again, you don't pay for those goods immediately. No. So it means, therefore, that whatever the amount you are receiving, that amount is what you as a branch, you owe to the head office. It's what you as a branch, you owe to the head office. So it means, therefore, listen, it means, therefore, every time you are receiving goods from the branch, from the head office, you as a branch, every time you are receiving goods from your head office, you owe that amount to the head office. You owe that amount to the head office. Listen, therefore, to you as a branch, the head office is like a creditor. To you as a head office, as a branch, to you as a branch, the head office is like a creditor. Is like a creditor. That's what we are saying. So we have said, now listen, therefore we are concluding by saying that the relationship between the head office and the branch, the relationship between the head office and the branch is seen as that of, it is seen as that of debtor/creditor relationship. In the sense that to the branch, to the head office, we can start from there, to the head office, the branch is like a debtor. Therefore, every time I send goods to them, I charge them. And of course, you know from your accounting knowledge, every time you sell goods to your customers on credit, you normally debit a debtor's account. Good. So let me assume that one time you as a head office, you send some goods worth 2 million shillings to your branch. So you will obviously charge your branch by that 2 million. You will debit the branch current account and you will credit an account we shall be calling goods sent to branch. So that's one of the entries, that when you send, you as a head office, when you send goods to your branch, you will debit branch current account and credit goods sent to branch. That is 2 million. So that way you have charged the branch with that 2 million. In other words, it's like a debtor to you. On the other hand, when the branch receives the goods, we have agreed, when the branch receives the goods, to them, they are going to say they owe you that amount. So to the branch, you are like a creditor. So you as a branch, when you receive the goods from the head office, you need to increase what you owe. You need to increase what you owe to the head office. So you will debit an account we shall be calling you as a branch. You will debit an account we shall be calling goods received. That's what we shall be debiting by that 2 million. And you will be crediting the account called head office current accounts, goods received, by that 2 million. So that is just one transaction. We have said, with goods sent to branch, you as a head office, with goods sent to branch, you should debit branch current account to charge them. You debit the branch current account and you credit goods sent to branch, and you credit goods sent to branch by that 2 million. Then we have said, in the books of the branch, they are receiving. So they will debit goods received by that 2 million, and they would credit. They would debit goods received, and they would credit head office current account. Good. That's number one. Let's pick another transaction. Suppose for whatever reason, this branch returned some of the goods. Maybe goods worth 20,000 were returned by the branch. Maybe they were not the type the branch needed, or maybe they were more than the branch needed. And so the branch decided to return some of those goods. So whatever the goods the branch is returning, just like a normal data, you know this. Just like a normal data, you know this. When a data returns goods to the head office, or when a data returns goods to the business, you normally reduce what the data owes you. So you will debit with goods returned by the branch. Listen, with goods returned by the branch, you will now debit goods sent to branch. You will now debit goods sent to branch. Let us assume goods worth 200,000 were returned. I am assuming goods worth 200,000 were returned. You will debit goods sent to branch, and you will credit branch current account by that 200,000. This is for the goods that were returned. In other words, you just reverse the entry you made. When a branch returns goods to the head office, you as a head office, you just reverse the entry you made when you are sending the goods to the branch. Remember, when you are sending the goods to the branch, you debited branch current account and you credited goods sent. Now that the branch is returning some of those goods for whatever reason, then we are saying reverse that entry. How? By debiting goods sent to branch. That's what we are saying. You debit goods sent to branch and you credit branch current account. That's number two. What about in the books of the branch? The branch has returned some of the goods. Maybe there were more than they needed, or they are damaged, or they are not the type they needed, whatever it is. So when the branch returns some of the goods to the head office, for them, the branch will have to reduce what they owe to the head office. They have to reduce what they owe to the head office. I have already told you, to the branch, the head office is like a creditor. And therefore, to reduce what they owe to the head office, they will have to debit the head office current account by that 200,000 for the goods that they are returning, and obviously they will have to credit goods received. So for the goods returned, we are saying again, for them they have to reverse the entry again. They have to reverse the entry they made when they received the goods. When they received the goods, you remember they debited goods received and credited the head office current account to increase what they owe to the head office. Now that the branch is returning, we are now saying for them, reverse that entry. You reverse that entry. How? By debiting head office current account. You debit head office current account and you credit goods received. Okay? Good. So far, I hope we are together. Before we even continue, I hope you have noticed and I've said that when you are dealing with independent branches, I have told you this, when you are dealing with independent or autonomous branch, we have agreed that you as a head office, you maintain a complete set of books for transactions with the branch. I've also told you the branch will also maintain a complete set of books of accounts for the transactions with the head office. That one I've said. That was for the first point. Then I told you, in the books of the head office, they will open an account called branch current account. While in the books of the branch, I've told you, they will open an account called head office current account. I've told you that. The other key point we have said, to the head office, the branch is like a what? Is like a debtor. To the head office, the branch is like a debtor. While to the branch, the head office is like a creditor. Therefore, we have concluded the relationship between the head office and the branch is seen as that of debtor to creditor relationship. Good. So I want to confirm that we are communicating. Tell me whether you are getting it loud and clear. Is the sound loud and clear? Is the sound loud and clear? You chat and tell me that the sound is loud and clear. I want to know that we are communicating. Is the sound loud and clear? Chat and tell me yes, that the sound is loud and clear. Is the sound loud and clear? Very well. Good. Getting you very well. Thank you. Sawa. Getting you very well. Thank you. Now, the other key point I've also told you, in the note, there is that note I've sent in the group. That says, listen, in case you are disconnected, sometimes your Wi-Fi strength could be a bit weak and you are disconnected. Listen carefully so that we agree on the flow from now on. I'm mentioning a key point that sometimes you may be disconnected because of your Wi-Fi strength being weak. Once you are disconnected, don't go back and click on the video that has been disconnected. Hope you are following. The point is, go back to the group and you click on the link again for you to rejoin the group or to rejoin the class. That's important. If you click on the video, it will not take you back to the class. But we are saying, once you are disconnected, get the point there? Once you are disconnected, to come back to class, we are saying, just go to the group that we have sent the link into and click on the link again. Click on the link again. I hope that point has been understood. If it has been understood, just say there, yes. I want to know whether that point has been understood before we continue. Has that point been understood? Because today we are just setting the ground. Have you understood that point? That in case you are disconnected because of your Wi-Fi strength being weak, I have said to come back to class or to rejoin the class, you go back to the group and click on the link again, click on the link again. It will bring you back into the class. Good. Loud and clear. Thank you. Sawa. Well understood. Sawa. Let's continue now. So far, I've discussed only 2 accounting entries. Number 1, we have said when goods are sent to the branch, you as head office, you debit branch current account and you credit the account called what? Goods sent to branch. That's number 1. Number 2, we have said with goods returned by the branch, you reduce what the branch owes you, you credit the branch current account and you debit goods sent. While in the books of the branch, we have said number 1, with goods received by the branch, we said you debit goods received and you credit branch current, you credit head office current account. Good. Number 2, we have said with goods returned by the branch, we have said you debit head office current account and you credit goods received. That's number 2. Good. Let me go to number 3 now. Suppose for whatever reason, your branch needed some cash. And you as a head office, you sent them cash. Of course, they owe you for that amount. So you as a head office, you charge your branch. How? By debiting branch current account by whatever the amount, which is the cash sent, with cash sent to branch, whatever cash you're sending to your branch, you charge the branch by debiting branch current account, and of course you credit bank. That's number 3. That is number 3. While in the books of the branch, remember they are receiving that cash. So then they will increase what they owe you because they owe you for that amount. Good. So with cash received by the branch, for them they will debit cash and credit branch head office, and credit head office current account. That is for the cash received. With cash received from the head office, you as a branch, with cash received from the head office, you as a branch, you debit cash or you debit bank and you credit head office current account. Why? Because you owe that amount to the head office. Good. Number 4. If you as a branch, you remit some of the cash back to the head office. In other words, with cash that you as the head office, you are receiving from the branch, which means cash remitted by the branch. You as the head office, you are receiving it now. When you receive cash from the branch, you as the head office, you need to reduce what the branch owes you. Again, you are receiving. So number 4, with cash remitted by the branch, or in other words, with cash received by the branch, you will debit cash. You as head office, you will debit cash and you will credit head office current account. No. Where am I? No, I'm recording it in the wrong place. Sorry, I'm recording it in the wrong place. I was referring to the books of the head office. So let's go back to the books of the head office. That's where they were. Sorry. With cash, it's the same. It's correct. With cash received by the branch. Good. Sorry. With cash received from the branch, you as a head office, get the point now? You debit cash because you are receiving and you credit branch current account. Sorry. You credit branch current account. It was correct. Why do you credit branch current account? Because you must reduce what the branch owes you. When you send the cash to the branch, you charge them. Now that they are returning, you reduce what they owe you. Good. What about in the books of the branch? Them they are returning the cash. or remitting cash to you as the head office. So when the branch remits cash to the head office, for them, they need to reduce what they owe to the head office. To reduce what they owe to the head office, don't forget we said to the branch, the head office is like a creditor. Head office is like a creditor. So to reduce the creditor, you normally have to debit. So number 4, we are saying with cash remitted to the head office, you as a branch, you will debit head office current account and you credit cash. And you credit cash. With any cash remitted to the head office, you as a branch, you debit head office current account. Why do you debit them? So that you reduce what you owe them. So that you reduce what you owe to them. Good. So you debit head office current account and you credit cash. That's number 3. Number 4. Number 5. One time, I am introducing another number 5. One time, the electricity bill of my branch, the electricity bill of our branch was sent to the head office. Get the point there? Kenya Power, instead of sending the bill of the branch to the branch, they send it to the head office. Once I received it, me as a head office, I decided, let me pay that bill on their behalf. Instead of sending the bill to Mombasa so that the branch pays, as a head office, I decided to pay for that expense on their behalf. So what do? Do I increase what the branch owes me or I reduce what the branch owes me? I am paying an expense on their behalf. The electricity bill came to me as a head office. Instead of sending it to the branch, as a head office, I decided to pay for that expense on their behalf. It may be other expenses, not only electricity bill. It can be insurance, it can be water, it can be telephone, it can be whatever. So number 5 we are saying is this. With any branch expenses, paid for by the head office, on behalf of the branch, then you as a head office, you need to charge that branch. So you will debit the branch current account and you will credit cash. Remember, you are the one paying. You as a head office, you are the one paying for that expense. So you will debit the branch current account. Why do you debit the branch? To increase what they owe you. And you credit cash for that expense, whatever it is. It could be electricity, it could be water, it could be telephone. So number 5 we are saying, with branch expenses paid for by the head office, on behalf of the branch. Good. So you as a head office, you debit the branch current account and you credit cash. On the other hand, remember, that's an expense of the branch. So it is the branch to recognize it as their own expense. At the same time, the branch will have to increase also what they owe you. Because you paid on their behalf. So they have to increase what they owe you. At the same time, they must also recognize that expense. So the branch will debit that account called expense, whichever it is, whether it's electricity, water, and so on. They will debit that expense account. And of course, they would credit the office current account. With that electricity or with that expense. Let's put it as just expense, because it can be any other expenses. So that's number 5, which I'm saying with a branch expense paid for by the head office, with branch expenses paid for by the head office on behalf of the branch. So you as a branch, you debit electricity or water or insurance or telephone, whichever the expense, because it's your own cost, and you credit head office current account. I've told you why you must increase what you owe to your head office. That's number 5. Number 6. Number 6 now, what if it is an electricity bill of the head office? Listen now, an electricity bill of the head office was sent to our branch in Mombasa. Then the branch said, instead of sending that bill to the head office so that they pay their own bill, the branch decided to pay for it on your behalf. That means it's an expense of the head office now, but it was paid for by the branch. On behalf of who? On behalf of the head office. Get it? So we are saying, with any head office expenses, paid for by the branch on behalf of the head office, So you as a head office, you are the one to recognize that expense now. We have said, number 6, with head office expenses paid for by the branch on behalf of the head office. So you as a head office, you are now the one to recognize that expense. You debit. At the same time, listen now, at the same time, you as a head office, you need to reduce what the branch owes you. You need to reduce what the branch owes you. Why? Because they are the ones who paid it on your behalf. So to reduce what the branch owes you, you come and credit the branch current account. You come and say your expense. That is how the head office will record that transaction. With head office expenses paid for by the branch, on behalf of the head office. So I've said, as a branch, you will debit as head office, you debit expenses and you credit branch current account. Why do you credit branch current account? To reduce what the branch owes you. Good. What about the branch? What will they do? The branch has paid something on your behalf. So will they increase what they owe you, or will they reduce what they owe you? It is obvious the branch will have to reduce what they owe you. To the branch, I told you, the head office is like a creditor to the branch. So if they are paying something on behalf of the head office, then as a branch, they need to reduce what they owe to the head office. Good. To reduce what they owe to the head office, they must debit head office current account. So number 6 now will be, they will debit head office current account and credit cash. Don't forget, it is the branch paying that expense. So for them, cash will be affected. They would credit cash and debit head office current account, whatever it is they are paying for that expense. Good. So that's number 6. Okay. Now, I hope you have so far noticed that already from these two accounts, there is some relationship. I hope you have already noticed that from these two accounts, out of the 6 transactions we have so far talked about, you can see a relationship. And the relationship I hope you have noted is this, that every time I debit this account called branch current account, that which I'm debiting in the branch current account, when I go to the head office current account, that which has been debited there has been credited in the head office current account. I hope you have noted that. That which has been credited in the branch current account, that which is credited in the branch current account has now been debited in has now been debited in the branch current, in the head office current account. So that's a relationship I want you to notice, and therefore we can say that these two accounts are normally a reciprocal. They are a reciprocal of each other. That means the head office current account and the branch current account are a reciprocal of each other. Good. Now, for each of these entities, there are 9 transactions. There are 9 transactions which we shall have to look for, or to look at how to record those transactions, and from there we shall develop the topic. Now listen. So today I just wanted to introduce the topic. I am not through with the other 3 accounting entries in the books of the branch and in the books of the head office. I'm going to talk about them next time, which is tomorrow. Once I talk about the 3 other accounting entries, then I now will develop the topic. Further. So today I just wanted us to agree on the modalities of our continuation, how to deal with the concepts in terms of online. For example, I just wanted to emphasize, when you're disconnected, what do you do? When you're disconnected, what do I do? By the way, is there anybody who has been disconnected and he had to go back and click on the link again? Your internet was stable? Tell me, is there anybody who has been disconnected and he had to go back and click on the link again? For some of you, the internet on your side has been stable. If it has been stable, tell me stable. If you have been disconnected, you tell me disconnected, but you reconnected. Let me know. If stable, you just say stable. If you have been disconnected, you tell me disconnected, reconnected. Just tell me disconnected, I'll know. I just want to know so that when we are setting the modality stable, somebody, Rebecca says stable. Rebecca says stable. Anybody else? Today we are just agreeing on the modalities and setting out the... Rebecca says stable. Stable. Good. Tibet says stable. Stable. Good. So it means majority, their side, the internet is stable. Good. Thank you. Reconnected. Okay. So one of them has to reconnected again, to reconnect again, but majority is stable. Majority is stable. Good. So, and you have said you can hear me loud and clear. You have said you can hear me loud and clear. You can hear me loud and clear. That's another issue again, because there is no need for me to talk without somebody hearing. You are able to hear me loud and clear. If you are able to hear me loud and clear, tell me loud and clear. Loud and clear? Yes, loud and clear. Good. Good. So if you're able to hear me loud and clear, that's good. That's good. So maybe for today we can stop there. I just wanted to introduce and to set those backgrounds so that I know that you're able to hear me at the same time about the disconnection. Very well. Loud and clear. Thank you. So maybe for today we can stop there. We pick it up from there tomorrow. I'll also give us summary notes tomorrow. Don't panic. I'll give us summary notes tomorrow. I will also review the topic again. I'm going to review the topic again tomorrow, then we continue from there. Otherwise, today, have a good night. Good night. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we go full blast now. Tomorrow we go full blast. So today it was just an introduction, just to meet and set the modalities. Good. So have a good night, everyone. Good night. Good night. Okay. Good night. Okay. See you then.